If he loses to Tampa Bay, I'm not too sure. And like I said, Hooker, I mean, I'm sure Hooker's had time to develop under Teddy Bridgewater. They were both relatively mobile QBs, right? So I think Hendon Hooker has such great potential. And clearly Jared Goff will be a great mentor to Hendon Hooker. That's why, because we're not getting rid of Jared Goff after this season. Clearly not. But I feel like Jared Goff doesn't have what it takes if he loses.
Why doesn't it? Why is it? I mean, you said a lot of, platitudes here. Why don't you think he has what it takes? What does he lack outside of mobility? What does he lack?
I feel like he's just not. I don't know. I feel like he just doesn't. I've seen the locker room videos, right, and I've seen the chemistry he's built with his teammates, and that's why I said we keep him around. But I feel like Jared Goff just doesn't have that ability. If he
what ability? Spit it out. What are you saying?
The ability to lead his team to the Super Bowl. If he doesn't have that ability, I feel like why do we keep him around for so long?
So you think hold on, you think this is the best team in the NFC outside of Jared Goff? That the quarterback that's doing his job, this team should be playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if Jared Goff can't get our team to the Super Bowl, they
don't get there. It's on Goff.
No, it's not entirely on Goff, but it's definitely I feel plays a big factor.
That just happened.
If Joe doesn't feel it, then certainly move on.
I don't understand. I mean, did he just? We just took a call. It said if he doesn't take this team to the Super Bowl and win, then they got to let him go.
No, he said just to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And
this year,
yeah. And
then you should move on.
They're the best team in the NFC. They have the best roster in the NFC, and that if they don't make it there, he implied it was all on Goff. He walked it back, but
I don't think everyone feels this way, but I think it sounds like people think it's easy to play this well in this league. The way Jared Goff is playing, they think that anyone can do this.
And the amount of faith in Hendon Hooker being better than Jared Goff is blowing my mind right now. And I'm not anti-Hendon Hooker. I think it's great to have him. I hope he develops into a great backup quarterback here over the next 3 seasons that he's under contract, and then they can make a decision. At the end of the day, though, I can't believe how much faith people are putting in this guy that we haven't even seen throw an NFL pass.
Just door number 2, whether it's Hooker or anybody else.
Number 2. Like, they want to take their chances on Hendon Hooker, who is as unproven as you could possibly be.
By the way, you're going to get your wish because they're going to extend Goff, as they should, and you're still going to have Hendon Hooker behind him. So they're going to have both guys still.
One of my favorite phrases is don't be afraid to give up the good for the great. If you're going to give up the good for the great, there are no guarantees that Hendon Hooker is the great. By saying something like that, that's like, okay, you know who's available? Patrick Mahomes is available. And would I give up Jared Goff for Patrick Mahomes? Of course.
Yeah.
That's giving up the good for the great. If you're going to give up on Jared Goff because the Lions don't make it to the Super Bowl this year, and you want to hand it over to Hendon Hooker right away before you've seen him take a single snap, I think it might be foolish.
That goes back to Holmes' statement of it's a lot easier to get worse at quarterback than get better in this league.
Yep.
It's really hard to do what Jared Goff is doing. I don't think people realize.
I don't think they do at all.
Like how hard it is to do what the Lions are doing right there. They're hosting a second playoff game.
You know what? It's weird. I feel like players that go first overall in the draft get the benefit of the doubt usually. Not this guy. In some people's minds, he went 1-1. This isn't some walk-on. This isn't Mr. Irrelevant.
Well, maybe, people have seen whether, not 1-1, but 1-2. Carson Wentz has fizzled out. That you saw Sam Darnold fizzle out. There have been a bunch of them. Baker Mayfield's a reclamation project right now, and good for him. But I don't know. I think that expectation is ridiculous right now. To say this year. It's like this year or bust. Move on.
I mean, if they don't go to the Super Bowl, they should move on from Goff.
All right, listen, it's one guy.
Yeah. No, but we've taken 3 or 4 calls now.
But not like that.
No,
that was a ridiculous standard from a 16-year-old.
97.1.